I like the old-fashioned way.
Oh, yeah?
And what's that? Death by hanging.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I'm with you.
Are you really?
Yes. Bro, if I sentenced Victoria and Eli to death by hanging, that wouldn't be a crime? No, sir, it wouldn't. No.
Man, this is some wild stuff. So the question is, did Tyler Perry take things too far with the cliffhanger ending to The Oval Season 6, Episode 6 cliffhanger, where Hunter had Victoria and Eli hung in the Oval Office, mind you, as an act of revenge for their, treason and betrayal towards him. Now, this is not the first time Tyler Perry has displayed something like this in his works. If you remember A Jazz Man's Blues, what year did that come out? 2022. If you remember A Jazz Man's Blues bio, he was lynched by the mob at the end of the movie. I don't like that, and not just because of the way his fate was sealed, but the fact that this moron went back to his hometown knowing he had to be on the run. But in that movie, the context of the film and it was a period piece. So yeah, what happened to him is like, man, it's like, yeah, it's crazy how that happened. But when you look at the time that's set in, it makes sense. Doesn't make it any better, but yeah, you see where I'm going with this. But for The Oval, it just goes to show, like, Tyler, and I got to give him some look, yes, it's easy to criticize the writing and whatnot, but you know me, I give props where props are due. Now, I don't know exactly what time The Oval is set in. If we are being 1,000% real right now, based on the pacing of this show, The Oval, the series, which started in fall of 2019, should still be in 2019. But we know it's probably not, because for all, I done lost track, but they probably made references and crap to like real world events, but that put it past 2019. But theoretically, the show should still be in 2019, pre-pandemic 2020. But the reason I bring this up is because I wanted to look online, because over the phone between Donald and Hunter's like, so Donald, hanging isn't illegal, right? Hanging, sir? Yeah, I got to get back at these people that betrayed me. And, oh, no, sir, it's not illegal at all. It's legal for those who betrayed you, a.k.a. Victoria and Eli's like, after everything they done, yeah, hanging's better than what they deserve. So I looked it up, because apparently I do recall hearing whispers about this online years ago but apparently, and this just goes to show how crazy it is, lynching, it isn't legal in the United States, but here's the thing. It wasn't until 2022 when former President Joe Biden signed the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act, which makes it a federal hate crime. Wow. So theoretically speaking, if the show still takes place in a pre-2022 world, then technically, Hunter could just get off with nothing. And that's just insane to think about. Now, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where certain states said it was illegal, other states didn't. I don't know. But in any case, it's just wild to think of it from that perspective. And the fact that this scene was played during Black History Month. Spoiler alert, Eli and Victoria are not dead, but it doesn't matter. It's the fact that the art of hanging in the Oval Office, right behind a sitting white president, is insane. And on top of that, the last time I feel like Tyler Perry fans were this riled up over something that aired during Black History Month was years ago. The Haves and the Have-Nots. I forgot the season and the episode number, but I do remember the title, called Mr. Jim. It was when Jim was in the hospital for like a whole season after Wyatt shot him. And Hannah went to the hospital to see him for something. I don't know if she was like making an errand run because remember at some point in the show, David became a gopher for Jim, go for this, go for that. And Catherine, didn't she get arrested right after the shooting? Yeah, I think she got arrested. I think she did. After Wyatt shot, Wyatt had shot Jim, thought he shot Catherine but didn't, or shot at the wall or whatever, and she got arrested for the Jennifer Salson thing. So yeah, basically Catherine had, Hannah in charge of the estate power of attorney and stuff. So I think she's like, go see Jim or something. And like, he was so condescending. It's like, it's Mr. Jim. Call me Mr. Jim, little Hannah. It's like always the condescending, like a slave master and whatnot. So yeah, this is not out of the ordinary for Tyler Perry to have something. Well, keep in mind, I'm not putting it on Tyler Perry because he creates the work. It's up to the networks to decide when it's distributed, aka put on streaming or put on TV. But to have a scene like this during Black History Month, it's just wow. And just right after the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar, which had a whole bunch of symbolism, which went over a lot of people's heads. This is crazy. This was insane. But look, as wild as this scene was, I still gave the episode a 10 out of 10 because it finally feels like the Oval is going somewhere. And I can't even imagine to begin how crazy this scene would have played out had this been a BET Plus episode and not BET because, obviously censorship. So let me know your thoughts on it. Do you think Tyler went too far? Are you just as shocked as I am? Are you like, okay, things are finally heating up. Let's see where he goes next. We'll just have to wait. But keep in mind, and I made this short a few weeks ago. Remember how Priscilla went up there thinking, she can play with Hunter's emotion and, utilize him because, I know he's attracted to me and I know he likes me, so I can, manipulate him into doing what we want that's going to work best for our side. And as she left the room, hey, just so you know, I'm into like chains and bondage. And I'm thinking to myself, Priscilla, one day you're going to still be trying to taunt Sam. And then you're going to go up there either because you go up there because you want to, or maybe Hunter calls for you personally, and you're going to be in for more than you bargained for. You're going to be up there and you're going to be stuck because he's going to have a whole bunch of them bondage and stuff like that. He might even have a whole whip too. Because, and I'm not saying she deserves it, but she's playing with fire. And Max even wondered in this episode, mainly about Bobby, but this whole game she's playing trying to get under Sam's skin, it's going to come back to bite her. And based off the thing Hunter just did, she better watch out. So, with that being said, do you think Tyler Perry went too far with this scene? Let's talk about it. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.